We're here with the Britain's Mirror for Arena. This is Ant-Man's second home map. He is down 2-0 now after losing the Arabia Empire Wars first game, and now the Golden Pit that we just had. This is going to be the third one. And on Ant-Man's home map again, he's going with Arena for this one, and we have a Britain's Mirror. So that's going to be a bit of a challenge for the players. No weaknesses to exploit, right? You have the same kind of advantages and weaknesses, and both players, unless something peculiar happens, will be going for archers. This is a very weird woodland generation for the for AR12 here, but there is some chunks here to stop it. That would be a very easy breakthrough in the Imperial Age to make some onager or something to cut these trees and then just run in and raid like crazy. Probably not something we're going to see, but this chunk of woodland is still weird. So what do we do with Britain's Mirror on Arena? We take map control. We'll probably contest our legs for the long game. That could involve scouts, but probably be archers, I guess. Archers and monks and yeah, some kind of presence on the map will have to be taken here. Britain's great boom potential as well. Their TCs are cheaper in terms of the wood cost, so they have an easier time getting all 3 TCs or 2 extra TCs down in the Castle Age right away, because the cost is indeed just 50% with wood less. Really facilitates that boom. Foot archers have 1 range in castle and 1 +2 in Imperial Age. I mean +1 and +1. Total up is 2. Shepherds work faster. That also makes that transition into the feudal and later Castle Age easier. And there's Yeoman, unique tech for +1 archer range again. And tower attack as well, and then Warwolf trebuchets. If you are in a position to get that one, you'd be dealing blast damage with the trebs as well. Archer rangers working faster, so absolutely a full-on archer civ. Maybe they're just classified as foot archer civilization. Yeah, that's what they are. So looking at the resource positions here, both have 1 forward gold right outside their gates, so that's kind of a mirrored base setup there. Main gold and side gold in the back for AR12, whereas Ant-Man's both golds are kind of forward here. I think a castle here could actually deny both of these golds. And here we are with Arena. I don't really know what to talk about for the next 15 minutes before the gas stages kick in and stuff. We might see some scout fights if we're lucky here, but all in all, not too much exciting to talk about at this stage of the game. I like the wood situation in the back here for Ant-Man, really open area, but you could say the same about AR12 as well, aside from this area being vulnerable. I think you'd maybe even want to consider extending your stone walls here later on, just to not have any unpleasant surprises over here. AR12 going to the feudal age at 25 populations here. He is a seasoned Britain's player. He likes his archers play, so he certainly has some plans here for Arena. You know you won't be disturbed. I don't think AR12 is a big fan of Arena, but I'm sure he has some tricks up his sleeve still. It's committing quite a few villagers to wood here, actually. Just smoke for 5 minutes and set point of view on one player. Yeah, exactly, Kong. Except I don't smoke, though. But I could just lean back and enjoy, right? This is like HSMR. This is why I sometimes prefer casting recordings, because then you could fast forward to the action on Arena. But there's going to be things happening soon enough anyway. AR12, we had the kickstart to feudal age here. going to have the population lead over Ant-Man going into the next stage, but Ant-Man should have a stronger economy in return. AR12 actually floating roughly as much food as Ant-Man at this stage, so something more. It's been doing something more efficiently here. 3 farms for AR12, and then there's 4 for the Ant-Man. So everything should suggest here that Ant-Man has a stronger economy moving in here, but nevertheless, they will be dropping the required buildings. It's going to be blacksmith range for AR12 and get those archers pumping out to take some map control. And most certainly going to be mirrored by the Ant-Man there, unless he wants to go blacksmith market and just go full boom, which would be scary in this matchup here. Gas stage on the way for both players, but AR12 with a significant head start here, which could be very useful on Arena. It's going up with 26 pop, but doesn't seem to be crippled in terms of upgrades here. Ant-Man is getting gold mining though, something I think AR12 doesn't really stress here. You have a scouts run in that Ant-Man will win here, but if they fight, but here comes AR12 with a couple of archers already and should be picking off the scout. Nice reaction from the Ant-Man though, just pulling it instantly back there. Patrolling in the gate, that can't be a good idea, but Castlage is on the way in. Should mean earlier crossbows, if you even stress that at all, probably just go into the multiple CC boom. No, AR12 wants to stress the relics here, wants to use that map control he gains now from having archers and crossbow earlier, and try to snag probably the furthermost relics first here. Good strategic choice of AR12, keeping the map control now with the actual advantage here. Military is 5-5, but it's going to be crossbows and upgrades earlier for AR12 here. Fletching on the way, whereas Ant-Man is going into crossbow here. And if AR12 moves in this direction, he might even see. He knows the range is there, so if he gets really lucky now with fletching in, he could get some sneaky pickoffs on the archers here before Ant-Man can get to crossbow at all. I get some sneaky hits there. That's some HP after all, but both players with crossbows now. Ant-Man missing fletching though, he only has that +1 bonus range for Britons here. AR12 loses the scout, and Ant-Man will assume control of this relic now. He probably had a look at the upgrades and got fletching there to match his opponent. So situations should be the same. One relic already on the way for AR12 though. Going in the complete opposite direction. Where are you going, Mr. Monk? Are you going to be a traitor and send it to the enemy? Or... There we go. Good reaction, but that's going to cost this monk the life. Poor old man. We'll be seeing some army trades here though. No player with any university or anything yet, so no upgrades. Ant-Man going for the boom. AR12's also with 2 TCs, but Ant-Man is with 3, so he's going to catch up in the village count here.
Ready.
8 against 6 here now, and AR12 getting some good trades. The KD count is 4-2.
Mandatum.
And there's some... There's the Wonk. Wow! Getting a conversion actually. At the cost of life, that's still 1 unit lost for AR12. Yes, it's a decent trade. Better trade for AR12 though, taking out a Monk there in the mix. That's 100 gold down the drain for the Ant-Man. And looking at their ecos, AR12 still only with 2 TCs, but keeping up the same, almost the same builder numbers here for now. One Monk goes down as well, as happens on Arena. It's Monk here, Monk there, try and get relics, and the overall count is 1-1. So the relic score is 1-1 here between the two players.
Mandatum, ready. Mandatum. Yay.
AR keeps chasing here, wants to keep the crossbow or archer numbers of the Ant-Man low here. Ant-Man with the eco lead has 3 TCs, could be something for the long run here. But I'm not sure any of them expected a oh, another conversion. Such sneaky play from the Ant-Man here, getting losing 1 monk but gaining 1 crossbow. That's 100 gold down for a 30-40 gold trade in the unit there. I'm not sure who that's better for. 12-8 KD for AR12, and still only 1 relic per player here. Another one about to come in for AR12 though, and I think Ant-Man may have secured one as well, I'm not sure. There's one, and one in the nursery. Ant-Man has to have one captured here somewhere as well. He's not gonna find anything up here. They'll probably be pausing because of Ant-Man's computer issues. Actually, they both have kind of potato computers and internet, so you need to pause for lag issues sometimes. Where are those relics though?
Mandatum.
Alright, we're on again. Okay, there we go. AR has 1 as well, so he's going to have at least 3, maybe 4 relics in the end. AR12. 1 more goes down, but he wasn't really carrying a relic here. It's at least going to be 2 relics now. Conversions at work. That was AR12 this time around. None of them with Bodkin ever just yet. They have that +2 range anyway from the Britain's Archers bonus.
Ready.
Oh, don't risk a convert. Just snipe the monk. Alright. I don't think I've ever seen this many crossbow conversions in a single game before. You really don't see that too often. But it does gain the advantage. It converts 1 unit and gains the numbers advantage by 2 instead of just 1. So now we have 7 against 5 here, but monks go inside and there are 2 relics left to take, but they're close to AR12. And with some more crossbow numbers here and monks healing the map, should still be AR12's fight here. Builder numbers, again, pretty similar here. It's AR12 with 62 to 69, 3 TCs for AR12 now as well. And this time around dodging the monks trying to convert. These monks are seriously in danger. 1 goes down, 1 gets converted, that's fine. That's still 200 gold lost for the Ant-Man there. And again losing numbers here. 27 to 17 here for AR12. And it's 13 kills only for the Ant-Man. I guess AR12 maybe deleted some units before conversion or something here. 1 relic there, not deposited just yet. Propagation so similar here. Builder numbers negligible as well. They are pretty similar, and AR12 chasing this 1 crossbow to just again try and keep the army numbers of Ant-Man low. It's 9 to 1 here right now. Ant-Man has a castle in the planning here. AR12 is on stone as well. Did go to stone a bit longer ago. No, actually they're going to stone at exactly the same time here. They have 0 stone, both of them. And now collecting a little bit at a time. So castle drop in the making for both. I think they are thinking in the same lines here, but for the long run, it's going to be 4 relics now for AR12. That's massive in terms of gold once you eventually run out of neutral golds on the field. I think AR12 got a sneaky snipe of a villager there as well. Let's look at the numbers. 80 to 86 now, catching up, and now just messing around. Has Bodkin arrow as well now, so that's a 5+3. And for the time being, Ant-Man has 0 military, AR12 has 17. But in exchange, Ant-Man is on the way to the Imperial Age. Will probably drop a castle somewhere, extending the economy with another TC as well. He needs that because it's going to input only 80 something villagers, so you want to set that eco up for the long run with more economy to back whatever you want to do in the Imperial Age. AR12 behind, but not that far behind, like 50% behind. Not as significant on a closed map on arena as on open maps. I think that power spike because there's nothing really happening on the field right now from the Ant-Man. He's just enjoying life safely within his walls. 46 on food, whereas AR12 is with 38. Seems more reasonable in my opinion, unless you want to go into some kind of cavalry here as Ant-Man. A market goes up as well, probably wants to exchange some of this food then for gold or trade into wood or something. Castle goes up for AR12, going to be the first one to drop a castle here, but I think the Ant-Man is closing in on it as well. 10 on stone now. Some army on the field are blessed. First in for the Ant-Man here, but AR12 with the massive numbers lead nevertheless. So no reason to engage here, obviously. But Imperial Age is in for AR12. He has a castle, Ant-Man does not yet. Nice reaction by the Ant-Man. It's going into Cavalry as they both are. AR12 is getting Bracer, whereas Ant-Man is getting Elite Skirmishers to have some kind of response to what AR12 is doing. This is where the extra food investment comes in. That's probably been the plan all along for Ant-Man. Then he's on the back foot against AR12. So he needs to get into Skirmishers. I mean, he's behind in terms of army numbers against AR12. Eco-wise, the Ant-Man should have a stronger one to back everything here. But in army numbers, he is behind. That's why he's thinking ahead and going into Elite Skirm to mix in with his Arbalesters here. Missing some upgrades as well. 5+3 against 5+5 here. So AR12 has 2 more range here. Sends them forward, but doesn't know about the castle yet. Just looking for some small trades here. Look at the KD again. It's 33 to 19 for AR12. Sees the castle now, and that's where his target is going to be. He's dropping his siege workshop as well, probably planning to go into Captram here to soak some archer's fire off the enemy here. Deal with the castle and then try to break through and maybe get some serious raids inside of Ant-Man's economy. Conscription all the way for the Ant-Man as well. That's going to boost the army creation numbers. We have 5 ranges total here, whereas AR12 is on still on 3 from the looks of it. So Ant-Man could be catching up here. The populations are dead similar here. More villagers for the Ant-Man though, more military for AR12, and military is going to be what matters here. I think AR12 even is looking for some sneaky snipes over the walls here on any villagers close enough to the wall. This might be a target actually. Yep. There's also some serious, bow shooters, those guys with the 10 range and hitting innocent people like that. Cap strike coming for AR12. Looks like Omen is coming for the Ant-Man, if I'm not mistaken here. Exactly, so that's going to give him 1 extra range, 5 plus 6 now against AR12's 5 plus 5. Yeah, see the addition of the ram here. Both players doing it. That's going to, if you patrol into the fight here, as is common in many cases, the archers will automatically fire at the closest unit, which is the ram. So both are soaking lots of shots from the enemy here by adding the ram to have the archers firing on that one. Military numbers really evening out here now. There are 4 siege workshops from the Ant-Man, no, from AR12 now. What's the plan here? Has some monks behind the archers as well to heal up as it goes, but the castle might go down for the Ant-Man here. 2 trebs against one more treb in the making for Ant-Man. Ant-Man, however, has elite skirm, and AR12 does not. It's mirror gross. Yeah, I can't say I disagree. I don't like mirrors in general. It's kind of boring. But it's hidden Civ pre-peak, and they both went with Britons here, so we'll see what it brings for the long run. Pretty even in both population and military numbers here. Ant-Man with more economy in the bank, I'd say, considering the setup here. Going for some neutral resources here. Oh, but a stable is up for AR12, maybe. I don't know what the plan is here. To deal with the skirmishers, maybe. One castle goes down for the Ant-Man, but he drops yet another one just to have some fortification in front of his walls here. Rams again in the mix here, soaking fire from AR12's Arbalest, and Treb just about to go down to skirms and Arb's fire here. Villager trying desperately to repair, but doesn't quite succeed here. Ant-Man will struggle to keep the army numbers needed here though, because AR12 is at fewer villagers. Granted, it gives a little bit less eco overall, but it also leaves more space for army. So AR12 could again get the army numbers leader. Finally, commits to a few more ranges here and a neutral TC to the side. A good eco here overall. I think he's even thinking about going into Cavalier here. Maybe it's a light cab for now against skirms, but the eco certainly seems to justify. Cavalier here as well, even though Britain's Cavalier are nothing special. Those rams are a fireplace, yes. It's capped rams. No, they're both capped rams, never mind. I thought it was battering rams for Ant-Man for a second there. 45-45. This fight seems at sort of a stalemate for the time being. They are mirrored. They're going for the same compositions here, albeit with the Ant-Man with a few more, with a few skirmishers to complement here. Well, look at this tab here from AR12 going for tech switch here, going into the armor plate, barding armor. Britons have that for a cavalry as well. Missing bloodlines, isn't it? So only have husbandry. So the HP is nothing special there, but that's also a good addition against the siege here. If you can mass enough of these small units, you could raid a little bit like AR12 is doing here, or you could use them to take out the siege to make sure you can get some better hits in with your archers. I don't think... Okay, it's Onager. It could get some good hits here for the Ant-Man. That's a good one. But seriously, some action is needed against the cap times here. Light Cav doing great on the field here though. 4 stables out for AR12, going to stop Ant-Man from taking its extra gold. Ant-Man's gold situation at home is actually run out, and AR12 also has the relic gold working for him. That's why he has so much gold in the bank now as compared to the opponent. Onagers will still be scary though, unless the Rams can actually get close enough to snipe them, because it's only 2 hits and the Onagers go down to cap Rams here. Dealing with Treb here, nice work. AR12 again with the military lead here. Repairing the castle, has stone to do so for good while longer. So much stone in the bank for AR12. And another Onager goes down. So that's the problem with Onagers against Britons, actually, because the Onager has, what is it, 8 range, 7 or 8 range, and then the Arbalists, they have 5+5, so they outrange the Onagers. So if you spot them, you just focus them down with your Arbalists. Looks like Ant-Man is in a tough spot here now. I think he'll be struggling for gold very soon, if not already. He has only got 1 relic here, bringing gold. AR12 has 4. So I think we're looking at another game for AR12 here, and it could go to 3-0 already in this best of 7, which would lead us to the last home map of the Ant-Man. Defensive castle on this side from the Ant-Man, but here comes some capped rams to target that one as well. Hoardings on the way for the Ant-Man as well. That's going to give the castle some extra HP here. Wait. Okay, he probably has masonry already, so he has stronger castles than AR12 actually. Treb's doing work here, or Treb rather, being repaired while it's at it, and AR12 now is down in military. 22 here, the Britain's range is producing quickly, the raids have been dealt with over here. Halberdier in the making for the Ant-Man, making the right counter choices here. Oh! And suddenly the eco investment of the Ant-Man, having the villager high all along and a bit less army but holding, will sort of pay off. Gold is going to be an issue, but Ant-Man seems to have reclaimed this gold now. He's fending off like raids with halberdiers over here, so now he can commit to this gold again. 3 mining camps total around this gold. Desperate for gold effectiveness now, the Ant-Man. The issue being still that AR12 has so much gold in the bank and could drop yet even a few more castles, worst case, for defense. Or afford more trebs with this kind of income here. Look at this production tab here. Only mangonels though, I don't see them contributing much here other than taking out rams. Hey, that's Corvo! It's Corvo with the Angry House. I think Ant-Man lost the castle foundation. Now that's crucial. He lost so much stone there, unless he bailed on it. But I think he actually lost it because he is not rebuilding it anywhere. So that's potentially 700 stone down the drain. Here comes another castle from AR12 as well. Best emote ever. Yeah, I agree. The Angry Housewife with a nice story behind it. Siege Workshop from H12. AR12 again, and now look at the military numbers. AR12 was down to 18 not long ago. Now he's into elite skirm here, conserving some gold for the long run here. I mean, AR12 needs to just starve Ant-Man of gold here. And then that's exactly what he's doing, is with the raids here again. Halberdiers seem out of position. And military numbers 55 to 16. This is a game of endurance, if anything here. Certainly the castles need to be dealt with here. Some more capped rams on the field will help take out this siege of the opponent. This trap I think will go down to Arbalest fire. Looks like it's a Warwolf trap though, because it's getting some nice hits in here. And another castle to secure this gold now for AR12. So gold is in short supply for the Ant-Man here. He's off gold again. He has 14 gold miners, but I think they're not really mining gold anywhere. I think they're just tasked that. Oh, never mind. There's a pit over here with gold, so there's still some gold to be taken for the Ant-Man over here. But look at the production tab again. 56 to 21 here. Capped rams left and right, and another Onager going down to Arblesto. Doesn't really help going Onager against Britons if the Britons player is paying attention, because they simply have more range. They focus it down before you can even tell that it was there. Couple of capped rams committing to repairs. Now the Ant-Man still is mining stone like crazy, or spending stone. He has left for repairs on this castle. Doesn't want any easy entry here for the for AR12. If any archers find their way over here past the castle, you could get lots of villager snipes here with just a few archers to sneak in and raid. But we're going to try for a defensive castle here for the Ant-Man as well to secure some neutral resources. Again, outpost goes down to halberdiers. dodges that Onager shot in some mystical ways here. AR12. Ant-Man again reproducing villagers, of course, because he's losing them at a high rate here, but if you can replenish them, that's not a huge loss. He is losing buildings production capabilities though. And here come 3 trebs now for A12. It's a score lead for the Ant-Man, but that I think that is... Yeah, what is that? Actually, why does Ant-Man have the score lead here? He's been losing more units, he has less military, he has probably more resources in the bank then, that's... yeah, more... No, not more gold. I actually don't understand why Ant-Man has higher score here. Could be castles count than these things playing in, but I think that's quite similar as well. Technology, maybe. Technologies. He did tech into Halbs and on the gear. 58 to 34 military now. Ant-Man is going to do his best. Rams on patrol here. Nice. No reason for them to pull back towards the... is he going to pull them in for repairs? No, they're simply just patrolling here. Interesting. Onigers again looking for some sneaky hits here, one on each side. That's a good one for the Ant-Man. Gets a little wipe out there on AR12's numbers. Still some ARBs in the mix though, and I think AR12 could spam ARBs to the next century here with his current gold setup. He's conserving gold nicely with mix-up of units here. Not going into Onager, for example, which Ant-Man did. Perhaps were on patrol here, so they could actually have contested this siege workshop. Light cab doing the work as well, taking out enemy siege here. Again, this looks like AR12's game, but I'm saying this on the basis of actual gold count here. Villager count is diminishing, but that means more army space for AR12. Ant-Man keeps replenishing villagers and wants to get that eco running. 63 on wood, 58 on food now. Still mining some gold, but this is going to run out. It just ran out, actually. And now, where does this game go with cap trams, trebs pushing, elite skirms, ARBs, and light cab in the mix here? AR12 low food eco, yeah. 37. I think he could even... he could buy food actually with his extra golds here. I think a throw is still possible, but then Ant-Man would have to be really patient here. I mean, Ant-Man has stronger trash eco, but I don't see how AR12 can lose this with the gold he's had. He seems to have spent some gold on other resources to trade. Oh, it's going down quickly. You know, we bought a castle actually because he's losing this one, and somehow Ant-Man still has trebs. Huh. No, it's not on. Is he researching on here? Okay, so that's the case. Five onagers, but there's one. That's going to be a 1 for 2 there. Or, I mean... Oh, nice mangonel shot though with this close down. Okay, 3 onagers now. That's inexpensive. Switch here for AR12. Numbers low again here. Well, is AR12 going to lose this now after all this back and forth here? So great setup for Ant-Man for the incoming trash force. It both ran out of gold here. Ant-Man has control of this gold again now. I love the Onager micro of Ant-Man right now. He's picked off probably 4 onagers with one Onager over here now. That one blue will on the gold is an imposter. Yeah. Oh, but this could be bad. If AR12 has any kind of army to run in and raid here, he could get so many kills here. Oh, target the Onager! Please! Thank you. Ant-Man is in the military lead here now. Let's look at their setups. AR12 is struggling in a sense for population here now. Is down in villagers. Is probably struggling for eco as well. All in all here, struggling to close out this game. It's a Britain's mirror after all, but here comes some cap rams to try and deal with something inside Ant-Man's base, but there's still onagers here. Is Ant-Man selling food and stuff for gold now? He has to have been doing that. He has to have sold some wood or food here to get that kind of gold for more onagers here. Finally 1-4-0 for AR12 here. Ant-Man house walling and palisade walling the entrance here. Alright. At least keeps the light cab out. Ant-Man should add light cabs ASAP indeed. He has the eco to spam them like forever here. But you don't really get to raid what's left of AR12's eco though, unless you use one onager to cut through here. That's absolutely a possibility for Ant-Man here, if he has that scouted. And he does, actually. Seems like he is. Yeah, he's getting husbandry. And he's getting the stables. Alright. Well, he should have no problem contesting elite skirms with adding light cam now. And still somehow affords a few onagers as well. AR12 has 4 relics, indeed. So he has some gold income there for sure. And but he's not really preserving that right now. Now he's getting Warwolf. Woohoo! Warwolf is not going to help against light cav raids though. Look at all the red on this map. Ant-Man is seriously taking some good control here now. KD is pretty similar. We're approaching 600 for each player here. Skirms hitting the ram, taking out the cap ram here. And let's see, Warwolf at work here. Alright, not bad. There's 4 relics, enough gold to switch to champion. He'd have to save up for a long while, I think. But if he's committing to trash here for long enough, maybe. Ant-Man has so much food and wood in the bank though. Alright, here come the light cab. They have a full upgrade as far as it goes. Missing plate barding, I think. But where are these guys going? Kissing Trebs. Here we go. Skirms against skirms, light cab against light cab. I think AR12 got sloppy after some map control can happen. Yeah, you're right. Little bit of raiding here as well from the Ant-Man to the sides. AR12 is trying to expand now, trying to get that eco back and running. Their populations are pretty similar, military numbers the same as well. But AR12 cannot really commit to as much light cap spam as Ant-Man can with the eco he has here. Look at all these resources. And he's only committing to trash, so even with only 1 relic here, he is saving up gold for sorely needed gold units. Looks like Ant-Man has Warwolf as well. Headshot on this skirmisher there. Antman with the population lead here, 62 to 40. The village count's now similar, but Antman is in a great position to raid over here. There is a castle going up for AR12, so he's making use of the relic gold here. Must have bought some stone to make that happen. Castle somewhat weakened though, might go straight down against the traps, but here can the light cab to deal with these traps. That's so 400 gold down the drain for the Antman here. Antman still with 300 score lead though, and not willing to let go this game. This Britain's mirror. Kong, for the next tournament we ban mirror matchups, okay? I don't have the stamina to watch this. It's a great match, pretty similar village count. Antman in the military lead again now, twice the military. More stables for AR12 here. Splitting the map, but there's more red than there's blue on the map. Antman needs to deal with the castles, which he is kind of doing. But AR12 has some rams over here again, and now it's open season over here. There's an overchop here from the Antman. If AR12 recognizes this, he could get some great raids in on Antman's side. And could maybe even out the favors a little bit. So much wood in the bank for AR12 though. Could even justify selling a little bit now. Even though it only gives 14 in return. And doesn't want to have anything of archers or skirm production back in the mix here. I think I was going to say I think the monster might be down, but it's not. This should be the target for the Ant-Man actually, to limit that relics and force some relocation there.
Mandatum. Yea. Ready.
It looks tough for AR12 here indeed. He has some idols. He has 9, 8 military and 70 plus here. He is struggling for eco. The relic gold isn't going to do enough here now because he can't support enough food eco to produce. Light cab raids are doing wonders for Ant-Man and the Halberdiers as well, of course. The eco investment pays off for sure. It's been pop capped for quite a while here now. Going to take out the castle with capped rams here, conserving some gold still, but so much military on the field. 73 to 1 and GG. Oh wow. Britain's mirror on arena. AR12 finally taps out, is going to bring it to a 2-1 here, and we'll have AR12's home map next. Ant-Man, stronger eco pays off, bigger boom from the very beginning, did go for a few more villagers up. Did go quicker into 3 TCs and 4 TCs as well. Yeah, I agree that relics are overrated on arena. I've been there as well. KD a whooping 842 to 792 here. Quite a few buildings raised as well. And then the Ant-Man with stronger food, wood, eco. Trash Force doesn't really matter in the mirror matchups like this. Whoever has the best trash eco will win the Trash Force. But look at the gold difference. 4,000 gold difference, and the relic gold should be ridiculous once we get to it. There we go. That's the 4,000 gold difference there. They mined roughly the same amount, but then the AR12 with almost 6,000 red gold didn't do enough. And the army types. Look at these mirrored compositions here. Pretty similar all the way along, but in the end, Ant-Man taking the lead here with population and army and just closing it off finally. Wow, what a game.